Hi, John Brewster. I designed the relaxing spine tube. Thought I'd just run through a couple of ideas on different approaches to how you can use the spine tube. Spinetube.co.uk is the site to go to. So we've got the spine tube. It's there to lay along, to lengthen out the spine. Modern day lifestyle, we're all rounded. Stress and tension rounds you further, increased tension in the rib cage and tension there, so undoes all that, you see. So if you like, it's anti-modern day lifestyle. The effects of stress and tension, long periods of sitting, not getting down to gym enough. It's a nice easy way at the end of a day, once or twice a day for 10 minutes on each occasion, to lengthen out the spine, to reset, as some people call it. So all you do is lay along it, okay? Bottom at your bottom at the bottom of it, unfurling your spine all the way along it until your head is also on the top of it. Your knees are always bent as you lay along it, so I'll show you that in a second. Now, for some people, when they try the spine tube, even though it's quite soft, okay, the tube, it can be, if they've been used to being rounded for so long, they get set in that position, so it can be a bit too strong. So what I've done for one earlier is it's folded a few layers of toweling over. So you get a simple towel that's long enough to go along the meter-long tube, and you fold it a few times so that when you lay on the tube, it's not quite as strong, it's not quite as hard to the spine. Some people, I'd say, are very rounded, so they find it quite hard and uncomfortable. So 1, 2 or 3 towels, and as you get better at it and it's more comfortable, take off a towel, a layer of the towel, until you get back down to just laying on the tube itself, okay? But again, just for 10 minutes, and it just softens it up, but it should always be comfortable when you lay on the tube. It shouldn't be unpleasant. So that's the idea of the tube, is to lay along it when it's nice and pleasant for 10 minutes, once, preferably twice a day. And that collective effect does work very well. In conjunction, little exercise which works very well with that is called the Morecambe Wise exercise. Morecambe Wise, because some of you who are old enough will remember Morecambe Wise used to skip off the stage doing their sort of position, one arm up, one arm down, give me sunshine. Now you are shown, then add in a little addition when you have a pinch imaginary pencil between the lower shoulder blades. So you're stretching out that spine again. So it's been draped over the desk all the time. You're assuming that and stretching it out. Do it, squeeze that pencil 3 times, slowly turn to the other way, one arm up, one arm down, and again squeeze that pencil 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then slowly change over. Quite nice to do in the shower when the heat's coming down. 1 or 2, 3 minutes at the end of a nice shower. Every time the kettle goes on for a brew, there you are doing your Morecambe and Wise exercise to keep that nice and pliable middle part of the spine, which is important to how things work. So those 2 things, the spine tube, the Morecambe Wise exercise, that works really well to undo this middle part of the back, which in the rib cage accounts for 12 vertebrae. That's half of the spine. So if you can keep that middle bit working well, you're pretty much doing very well. So we've got the toweling one, yeah, to lessen the idea and the load of what you're going to do there. Now the other one is just back to the spine tube itself. All you're going to do there is lay on the tube, knees bent, okay, all the time, and then unfurl your spine all the way along it and just relax. That's all you do. Knees are bent, lay it along it, do your breathing exercises. So your breathing is quite nice, easy one to do. So your nose and your tummy is doing the work. The anatomy of breathing is your tummy rising and falling. Your nose is your air intake in a car, so that's doing the work of the nose, air coming in through the nose. So that's the anatomy, nose and tummy. Second part, you're breathing in for 3, out for 4, hold for a second. So that's a metronome of breathing. In 3, out 4, hold for a second. Take as long as you like on each layer of the breathing. So how long does it take to get into where you're breathing from, nose and tummy? The metronome, 3, 4, 1, take as long as you like. And finally, how little air can you dribble in that 3 seconds? How little air do you dribble out over the 4? And just get used to a certain amount, okay? And so just that slow amount of breathing in, slow amount of breathing out, how little air, so the volume. Play around with the volume of air as well, whilst you're on there for 10 minutes. So that's how to use a spine tube in association with the Morecambe Wise exercise. Hope you find that helpful.